looking at? Okay, XO, you can go ahead with your first officer's log.
First officer's log, stardate 8105.5. Now here's something you don't hear often. I'm acting captain. We're on our way to Science Space Regula I in the regular system. During a resupply at Starbase 3, Captain Kell was asked to brief the Sector Admiral and his staff regarding our recent mission at Sigma Iota 2. Due to the urgency of our resupply mission to Regula 1, it was decided that I will head this mission as acting captain. Now, I know I kind of messed up in the last mission, and the irony's not lost on me. I betrayed the captain's trust, and I hope I can regain her faith in this current mission. Also, I'm a bit nervous. I've never really sat in the big chair for that long, but if I ever plan to move up the ranks and sit in the big chair, I will need to find my own way to be a captain. During my stint as acting captain, Lieutenant Ralsheen will be in charge of the Spear, and Lieutenant Commander Grok will serve as my XO. Now, about our mission. Regula 1 is an older station at the edge of the uninhabited star system in the regular system. My background research on the station was unsuccessful. I didn't really find much. Everything is classified above level 7 clearance. Now, from my previous days as project lead on the Spear, I do know that that means that a 3-star admiral and above can access that information. Now, I hope this mission goes smoothly, and I look forward to sitting in the big chair and having some fun. Commander Tretner, acting captain out.
Thank you, XO. Good job. So, crew, what you're finding out is you laid over, took on supplies at a space station, and after the action with the Iosians being near warp, the Admiral wanted some information and some specifics of what happened. Then Captain was requested to stay back and brief the Sector Admiral and his staff while a standard supply mission is executed by the ship. Now, the ship is currently going to Regula 1 because their ship they have been detailed, the Grissom, is out doing surveys of some sort. Not real specific as to what. All you know is the Grissom has been released to do some kind of surveying for planets. So they are unable to ferry or supply the space station, and that's where you come in. The transit overall is only taking you a couple of days. You got back to the space station, supplies were transferred over, and you left within about 3 or 4 days. So the transit is an additional 3 days. So in that 3-day time, what would you like the crew to do? What would your crew, your characters be doing while this is happening? I'm basically opening up for RP at this point. So anybody want to poke up for RP?
Acting Captain Tretner. Come in, please. This is Dr. Xhad.
Yes, Dr. Xhad.
I was hoping you could send Grok to sickbay. He's overdue for a physical.
Is he now?
Yes, he is.
Okay. I'll make sure he stops by sickbay right away.
Thank you. Captain out. Or, Doctor out. Haven't been promoted
Ambitious.
yet. Sorry.
Mutiny this early already.
Wow, that was quick. Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, that's not surprised. Computer, locate Lieutenant Commander Grok.
Grok is in engineering, trying to avoid seeing Dr. Xhad.
Grok, come in. This is Captain.
Yes, sir.
The doctor just contacted me and has told me that you are overdue for your checkup.
She did what? Oh, that woman. I'm kind of busy right now, Captain. There's static on the line.
Grok! Grok, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Grok, I understand you are probably working on some hollow novels at the moment, aren't
you? Yes. Fine, I'll go see the doc.
It's the commander. It's important that you do as the doctor says, especially since I'm acting captain at the moment, and you're my number one. You need to be in perfect health, and I need your eyes and ears, and I need your opinion to keep me in check, because we all know what happened last time I was in charge, and we don't want that to happen again.
Yes, sir, but this has nothing to do with my health, I'm afraid. But okay, I'll go down. Oh, that woman! I'm gonna.
All right, very good, and I'll make sure to contact the doctor later to make sure that you did show up down there. If you don't show up there, I will relieve you of duty. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, Tretner out.
So here we have our medical bay. So if you want to go ahead and pull your tokens in. Or I can do it if we have an issue. Okay, there's Grok. Okay, here we go. Go ahead.
Yeah, it never lets me pull my token in.
Grok sticks his head in through the sick bay door, looks so quick, does a quick look around, and turns around to leave.
Grok, come in here and have a seat.
Yes, Doc. So he goes in.
You've been avoiding me lately, haven't you?
Has it been that obvious?
This wouldn't have anything to do with that promise you made me to tell me more about your little hobby, does it?
Maybe.
I consider you a friend, and after all, you're in sickbay where doctor-patient confidentiality applies.
Doc, you have to understand. I'm just not comfortable showing anybody my hobby. I wouldn't have even shown.
Come on. Show me what you got.
All right. So Grok's gonna pull up her computer and type in a few commands along with his security code, and pulls up a list.
Wow, you've got like hundreds of programs here. I see that you've got a few series going too.
I've been doing it a while.
Is that a Flaughter novel that I see?
Yeah.
Oh, if you only knew how important those were to me growing up. Tell me about this one.
Well, you'll have to see it. There's just so hard to explain. I mean, this is something I do, Doc.
Yes.
This is something I did for my daughter. I never got to really know her. I was always on some ship, on some star base, 1,000 light years away. And I always made these with the intention of sending them to her, but I never did. And it just, I couldn't even show them to her, let alone anyone else. And I don't know. It's just something I'm just ashamed of. If I couldn't even show her who these were intended for, I'm just not comfortable showing them to anyone else.
Well, I hope that you change your mind, because these, I'm sure, if they're anything like the one I saw before, are going to be magnificent. And here, you've passed your physical.
Thanks, dog.
Thank you, Grok.
May I go now?
Yep, we're all done.
Grok just bolts for the door.
Okay. We'll go ahead and shift up to the bridge. Look at that. Exo's in the big seat.
Not as comfy as I expected.
So, you guys are transiting to Regula I. You get a message. You're still about a day and change out. You get a message, and on the screen is a middle-aged, blonde woman who you guys know from it'd be Dr. Carol Marcus. But she introduces, "How you doing?" Or, "How you doing?" And she introduces herself. I am Dr. Carol Marcus. I am in charge of Regula I Station, Captain. When do you expect to be here?
Hello, Dr. Marcus. We are expecting to be there tomorrow.
Good, good. I'm going to give you a heads up of what kind of things I'm going to need from your crew while we're waiting, or while you're assisting us. So, we are going to need a ferry to the Amargosis system. You'll be taking one of my other, one of our other scientists. We seem to have a power issue. Our power is not at its peak performance, and we would like you to have your engineering team take a look at it. Our engineering team is good, but as a science station, sometimes we get the not premium engineers in the Starfleet. Hoping yours might be able to assist us.
Dr. Marcus, our engineering team is excellent. To expedite this, could you potentially send us some schematics of your power system so we can prepare accordingly?
We can do that. That's not a problem. It's pretty much a standard older Federation station, but we got little tweaks we'll send you. No problem.
Thank you, Dr. Marcus.
And the last thing we would need assistance from you is we need sorry, I'm looking at. I have to open my sheet here real quick to make sure you get everything right. Last thing I need is we took some minor damage in a meteor storm. You remember? I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but our station is actually orbiting a large asteroid in a asteroid field, and we took several micro fractures from impacts. The shields on this thing are sketchy at best some days. Another thing you might take a look at.
Of course. So you need us to ferry a scientist to that Margosa system, look at your power systems, and then also repair some minor damage on your outer hull and take a look at your shield systems. Am I correct with this, Dr. Marcus?
Yes. If there's anything further, I would contact you before your arrival.
Certainly. Well, Dr. Marcus, we will prepare for our arrival and we'll have our teams ready to get on tasks as soon as we get.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm looking forward to your arrival. Regulus I out. So, anything you want to do to prep for arrival. This is for the whole crew. Anything you want to prep to give you an advantage?
I guess we should have a briefing
Okay.
with the senior.
Okay. XO, where would you like your briefing at?
Oh, we're still gonna do it in the ready room.
Oh, you're... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, look. Hold on, I gotta... Oh, look. Go ahead and place your tokens. And you said... Tral, did you say you can't drop your token?
Yeah, I've never been able to.
Let me look at your sheet here. Let me see if I can fix this real quick.
Like I can, if I start dragging, it shows my name. Oh, it actually worked this time. It was the first time it's ever worked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, grab it from the actual token location, not the...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
All right, everyone. So we have received a communique from Dr. Marcus at Regula I station. They require some repairs at the station. Also, they require, I guess, a ferry service to the Amargosa system to take one of their scientists there. I wanted to prep some of the teams so we can expedite our stay here at the Amargosa, at the regular system. Grok.
Yes,
I have
sir.
something. I would like you to put two teams together. I want a team which will take a look at the power systems at the station and repair it, and the second team to look at the outer hull of the station to repair some of the minor damage which the asteroids have done. If you have, actually no, you have enough on your plate. We also have to take a look at the shield systems. Lieutenant Tral.
Yes, sir.
How well are you versed with shield systems?
Just the standard training everyone has in the academy, sir.
All right. In that case, I just want you to oversee a repair crew on the station to look at the shield systems, and perhaps Lieutenant Etrigan, who knows more about our shield system, can also take a look at those.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's pretty much it. I'm not entirely sure what Dr. Marcus wants with the ferry service. If it's immediate, then we can probably send out the spear to escort the scientists. But if we wrap up the repairs fast enough, we can just head out right away with the scientists. Does anyone have any questions about our stay here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right. Well, that is it. Then let's go and prepare, set up the teams, and we will arrive tomorrow and get right to work.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Look at this. It's almost organized. Let's see if I can break it. Okay, so...
Don't break it!
You and your organization. Okay. So, is there anything else you want to touch up on RP before we do our arrival? Very well, you figure the XO, Etrigan, or Tahl, or Tral. Is there anything you want to RP or add to the... No. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. Okay, so you arrive at Regula I. And let me tell you, this was not easy getting this thing to situate itself. I even got yourself a little nebula on the edge there. Look at that.
I like that.
Okay, so let me drop the ship.
Very cool.
Mutara restricted. Permits required.
So bad. Okay, so there we go. So Hathaway arrives the next day Everybody's fresh and shiny and ready to go. So, you get to communicate. Go ahead and go ahead and roll. You know what? It's been so long, I forgot this to roll. So I will go. Let's go ahead and roll for open comms, just so we can give you some momentum. Who is going to open the comms for me? Well, it'll either be Tral or Etrigan.
I can go ahead and do it.
The engineer's going to do it? Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. I was saying I would do it, but that's okay.
Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and do a roll. Let's do a control. And let's do a control. And I believe it's engineering for this. Control engineering for the character. And for the ship, we're going to do... for the ship, we are going to do... Sorry, guys. This is why we shouldn't take 2 months breaks. Okay. I'm getting myself situated, too.
All good.
I'm getting myself situated, too. Okay, so the ship is going to roll comms engineering. And since the captain's not here, XO, you are rolling for the captain. And the engineer will roll if you have to roll for your character.
Can I use computers to assist for focus?
Sure. Go ahead.
I am glad I did.
Ooh, look at that. So, we have 2, 3, 4. It was a zero success, or zero requirement, but you have a complication. Do you want to take the complication, or do you want to spend one of the momentums to negate it? First officer.
Let's spend.
Okay, so you get 3 momentum then.
Don't want to give our GM candy this early in the game.
No.
What? I can't hear you.
So, you go ahead and open comms, and Carol Marcus is again on the screen. Good to see you arrive, Captain. Was there any issues in your transit?
No issues at all, Dr. Marcus. Have there been any new developments or issues with the station since we last?
Nothing that you're not already going to take a look at. We did take a couple more micrometeoroids due to our shields blipping in and out, but we are still intact and we're not venting atmosphere.
Wonderful. In that case, we are ready to proceed with our repairs. We can beam over our crews over, and we'll have our teams work on your outer hull as well. I had a question regarding your guest or scientist we have to take to Damagosa.
Yes.
How soon does it have to happen? Is it a priority of this mission, or can it wait until we've finished the repairs of the station?
We need several supplies that you did not bring. It's more of a local thing. Armagosa is not that far away. We need it to continue our study. So it is a priority. You will be taking another Dr. Marcus. His name's David, and he needs to go and pick up material with his team at the Armagosa star system.
And how much material we're looking at? Is the shuttlecraft enough for this, or do we need the cargo bay?
And you see her kind of turn her head and looking off screen, and she repeats your question, and you hear soft mumbling in the back and a male's voice, and she goes, "It seems that the materials will be probably a little bit larger than are necessary or than are allowed for a shuttlecraft. So, unfortunately, you may have to use your ship. Use the ship."
That is fine, Dr. Marcus. I just wanted to know for planning's sake.
Okay. What I want you to do is I want Tral. Okay. I want Tral to roll for me the following. He needs to do give me a insight, science roll. The ship needs to roll a sensors science roll. Okay. And I'm looking for an indeterminate amount of successes. What I mean is, I'm not going to tell you how many successes because based on your roll, it depends on what I tell you.
Okay. Do I have an applicable focus on this?
The question is, do you have an applicable focus for this?
I don't know what I'm rolling for, so I can't tell you.
Well, it's sensors. It would be sensors and
sensors.
science.
Yeah. Yes. Then yes. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you were warned ahead of time that there was going to be a nebula not too far away. And sensors are saying that there's a sensor not that far, or I'm sorry, that there is a nebula not that far away. That's all you see coming across your sensors.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, what do you want to tackle first? What who and what wants to be tackled first? Because obviously we can't run all three of them at the same time so we're going to pick one.
But we have so many mooks on our ship.
Yes, but I only have 5 of you to deal with.
Fine. Commander Tahl,
Yes, sir.
based on our list of repairs, which you think is the highest priority?
Well, I've been studying the ship and I've been preparing hull plating from our industrial replicator. So I'm getting a crew together to start getting those repairs ready.
Wonderful. And let's start with the hull repairs. And in the meantime, Lieutenant Tral and Lieutenant Etrigan, can you both take a crew out to work on the shields of the station? Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
So the first thing you're to tackle is what? The shields?
No, the hull.
The hull? Okay, who's leading the team for the hull?
1, 2, 3.
Grok is, except he's doing it from inside. He's not going in a spacesuit. He's having other people get in spacesuits and actually attach hull plating. He's supervising the industrial replication of the hull plates.
Okay.
Station.
So you do have worker bees. So these plates that you're building, because you're using the industrial one, are not even in zero G. They're not easy to manhandle. So you can have your crew use worker bees, and there's probably a worker bee or two located on the station too, just for usage.
Yeah, my guys are going to handle that part.
Okay. Is anybody actually going over to the station? Or are we just going to chill on the ship?
I was thinking of sending Tral and Etrigan over to look at the shield.
Okay, good. Okay, so we'll deal with that here in a few. Okay.
Yeah, our job sounds like something we would do from the station itself.
Okay. So, to be successful in this, we're going to do a scan. I want you to do a scan of the space station to see if you can detect all the locations that need to be repaired before we make a determination of the repair actual process.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do a sensors. Again, let's do a sensors, and this time we're going to do an engineering because you're actually using the sensors to determine. So sensors and engineering on the ship, and
so
then
control engineering.
Yeah, control engineering.
Oh, okay.
Remember, the ship gets 1, the player gets 2, unless you spend otherwise or you use a trait or a skill to expand it.
Who's doing this role?
I was because
He's on the sensors. Yeah.
Okay.
And I had the focus for it.
Oof.
Hey, there we go.
May I offer an assist?
Yeah,
Since,
you can.
okay.
Yeah, sure.
You can do an assist.
And the ship's also rolling, right?
Yes, the ship is also rolling.
And that was
Sensors and engineering, correct?
Yes.
control engineering for me.
Yes.
Man, the ship sucks.
We should totally take those two nacelles off.
Okay.
Oh, the captain might not notice, right?
How often does the captain actually see out the ship?
That's interesting.
As
might
first
let
officer,
you
let me
get
tell
back
you, way
on the
too
ship.
often.
Okay, so with you have 4 successes and 1 complication. So are we going to spend any momentum to clear that complication?
I'm willing to give up my success to clear that complication.
Oh no, the successes you have are to figure out how many, or how detailed it
I
is.
see.
Okay, so you'd actually have to use a pool momentum to clear it.
Sure.
Or you can always give it to me as threat.
No.
Nope.
Ah.
No candy for you.
Okay, so for the most part, she reported that they're microfishers, and you're not sure what her specialty is in, but you're pretty sure that her specialty is not engineering, because the microfractures that are holding or that are there are not large enough to cause it to vent atmosphere. However, there are secluded areas in the space station that aren't being used that have completely like holes that people could walk through. This is how old the station is and how long it's been here. Okay. So you're actually looking at several days of repairs. And the team that fixes this is out for the count. For the trip. So whoever is working on this, whatever engineering components or engineering people you have, they're staying behind.
Okay.
And you're looking at something along the lines of 7,000 to 10,000. What I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for here? Hold on. 7,000, basically equivalent to pounds of material to repair all the holes in it.
Dang.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, you remember they parked this thing in an asteroid belt, and then the shields were wonky. So yeah, there's several impacts.
All right. This is great.
Yeah, it wouldn't hold up against much. So Grok is leading that. Okay, so you are producing the material, and you're coordinating. I guess you're coordinating with your engineering team with some worker bees. Is that what I'm catching?
Yes, coordinating and then ensuring that the plates are produced to the proper specifications and making sure everyone is being safe.
Okay. So we'll come back to your roles. We're gonna do some roles for that to see how successful you are. And I'll give you we'll come back to that. I'll probably give you like a couple of roles because you're running a team. Okay.
Sure.
So Grok is working through the stuff. He's got the scans down from ops, and what do you so the scans come in, and the XO notices it's a major procedure. Okay. What do you handle next? Because you are going to not have Grok for a while.
Well, first I need to talk to Grok.
Okay, go ahead.
Lieutenant Commander Grok.
Yes, sir.
So I just saw a copy of your scans. That doesn't look too good. What is your professional opinion on the state of the station, or I guess repair?
Well, the habitable areas, they're okay. Just some minor reinforcement is really all it needs. But there are areas that are completely blown out that need to be patched. So it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take quite a bit of material to get it done. But luckily, we're near an asteroid belt, so we got materials should be easily to come by.
Okay.
Well, that is asteroid belt is the reason I'm a bit nervous. What is your opinion on switching resources to fixing the shields first and the power systems, and then coming to the hull last?
Okay. Before you continue that, Grok, I want you to. This is a personal roll. This is not a ship roll. This is a personal roll. You're looking at the scans and things of that nature and the plans. I want you to roll a insight engineering, and I'm looking for 2 successes.
Okay, and this is looking at plans. So can I use my manufacturing focus?
Yeah, we can do that.
Right.
Good. You got 3
Damn.
successes, so you go get a momentum back.
Yay.
Okay. What you notice while you're talking with the captain and you're kind of scanning over the plans and the impact areas, what you notice is there's a good possibility that one of the reasons the station is short on power is because the impact areas that are damaged out are conduit areas from the reactor on the lower levels. So what happened was they blew out some conduit areas in the damaged and are damaged, and it actually causes less throughput of power. You can only put so much power through the conduits that are still intact.
So in other words, we need to shore up the structure of the station in order to be able to repair the power and the shield systems.
That's what your determination is, yes.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to quite do that because we gotta patch some of these holes because that's where a lot of the damage is, and where some of those systems currently are. So we're gonna have to make those places habitable in order to get the repairs to the power systems done.
Understood, Lieutenant Commander. In that case, we have to go pick up this. We have to go to the Amargosa system with Dr. Marcus, and it's apparently a mission of high priority, so we have to leave probably very soon, which means that I will leave you behind in charge, which means that I would like you to take as many resources as you need to address the issues at the station.
Yes, sir. I'll do what's necessary.
Now, I will leave you another one of the either Lieutenant Tral or Lieutenant Etrigan to help you out over there. I can't give you both of them since I'm not sure what we'll encounter on our way to the Margosa system. Who would you prefer to accompany you at the station while we're putting you on the spot?
Yeah. I don't believe I've worked with Etrigan too much. I'll go with Etrigan. I'll take out Etrigan.
All right. I'll send him over and I'll keep Lieutenant Tral back on the bridge. All right. I'll give you a couple of hours to requisition all the materials you need.
I think that was a
Etrigan
Tretner
will
out.
captain.
You dropped out there for a second.
I dropped out? Okay, well, I was saying Tretner out.
Yeah, so I figured.
My
Okay,
apologies.
so I'm rebalancing these things because you went with somebody I didn't expect to go with. Okay, I'm rewriting. I'm rearranging your groups here.
Gotta love those, slow ball or yeah.
I would have thought taking the tactical officer with the ship where they might encounter trouble would have been a good idea, but what do I know?
Hey, I'm trusting my first officer.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Hey,
With character, I agree with you.
Oh,
hey,
jeez.
I mean,
Captain.
that was obviously out of character for me too. I wouldn't question, my superior's decisions on the bridge.
Okay. So,
Etrigan, the captain.
Yes, Etrigan.
Sir, may I make a recommendation that you leave the spear with us?
Wow. I didn't
Ooh.
expect that to hurt a little bit.
just
Well,
asked me
yeah,
to
I
leave
mean,
my
I
kid
mean,
behind.
I may not be much of an engineer, but I do know security, and not having a combat capable ship way out in the middle of nowhere while you're gone doesn't sit real good.
True, he might need to shoot rocks.
Or the nebula. Yes, Lieutenant Etrigan. I will leave the spear with you, and I'm also leaving Lieutenant Rel Sheen as your pilot.
Roger that, sir.
Oh.
Okay. So,
No scratches on that ship.
Okay, talk to the Andorian, man.
that's
He
pretty.
will be in trouble.
That's pretty bold from the guy that scratches the big ship all the time. Okay, so
Shots fired.
okay.
Damn, we're just gonna straight into the nebula.
So,
Nebula or bust. The new bumper sticker.
I
so
like that.
we're gonna send over Grok and Etrigan over to Regula I. Is that what I'm getting?
And the spear.
Yeah, it's on there. I got it on the overlay. Okay, so here you go. I'm gonna give you an awesome moment. Here you go. Let's see how you play it up. I'm going to do this. Okay, and let's put that there. We're gonna put that there, and okay, so they are standing on the transporter pad, and they're about ready to leave. Any final words or orders for them, acting captain?
All right, gentlemen. We'll be out of touch for, I don't know, our Gauss system is not that far away. But if there's any issues, we left you the spear. I trust both of you to handle any situations that will occur, and please keep an eye out. As you already noticed, Dr. Marcus described major repairs as micro fractures in the hull. So I trust both of you to do the right thing. If you notice anything odd, get on the ship and try to hail us, and we'll try to get back as fast as we can. I mean, we have 4 in the cells, for crying out loud. We'll use them.
Okay.
Not a problem, Captain.
And Etrigan,
Sir.
do you have your phaser on you?
No. Why would I do that?
Don't know. I have a gut feeling. Grab one for yourself and just keep it with you in case something happens.
Sir, I'm kidding. I'm always armed.
I would hope so. All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
And to you, sir.
As the transporter takes them, Grok yells, "Don't forget to feed my fish!"
and they're gone. Okay. So, what I need is you have stats for your pilot, right? For the pilot that's
I do. Yes.
I need the spear to do. So in this case here, Grok, go ahead and roll for the spear. Do you have access to it?
Yep, I'm opening it up right now.
Okay. I need a roll from the spear for sensors and science. And from the pilot, I need insight science. And this is, I'm looking for success, the number of successes to give you an idea what your response is going to be.
Well, I have an issue. I don't see the pilot on my list anymore, but I know we made that character.
What was his name?
Rawl Sheen.
This is the first time I'm actually rolling for the ship. I'm looking at the talents are not like the focuses for our characters, right? Ship doesn't have any specific focuses.
No.
Okay, I was just checking.
Where'd he go? Secondary characters.
It's on the holodeck.
Oops, I did that wrong.
Renix, Acrono.
Yeah, he's in Grok's Flutter program.
I am so glad Grok does not know this.
I leave him someplace. He's not supposed to be. I don't see him either.
It's weird. I know we made that character. I mean, I have a sheet separately on a PDF here, so I can just roll regular dice, I guess.
My secondary character does show up, and he's a pilot. You could send him instead.
Let's use his.
Okay. Go ahead and
Yeah,
roll.
I think I've got a second pilot.
Yeah, mine's a Denobulan.
Mine's human.
All right, what do I need to roll?
Insight Science.
Okay. And secondaries get 2 dice rolls as well?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm assuming... All right. 1 second here.
Okay. So the spear detects some kind of how should I put this? The spear gets a small blip, like almost like a hollow area in the nebula, and then it's just gone. Size of I don't know, a good size asteroid. Nothing huge, but a good size.
Kilometer or larger?
No,
Smaller?
smaller. Okay. So, back to the space map. So, with that, you, Captain, you receive a communication requesting that Dr. David Marcus and a small team of 3 additional people requesting to come aboard the Hathaway. Do you allow it?
If I have to, yes.
You're captain, so what's your orders?
Yes, bring him on board.
Okay. So you're not in the transporter room. Your transporter chief's handling it. Comes aboard, and you get a message saying that they are aboard and that they are being escorted. Well, 3 of them are being escorted down to basically a spare room, and then David Marcus is being brought to the bridge. Okay. So with that, we'll go to the bridge. Okay. Let me take off him. He's not here. And she's not here. And he is still there. Okay. There we go.
That's a lonely bridge.
Yeah.
It's getting a
there,
little
like-
thin up there, huh?
Aren't there grunts or somebody at the other stations?
Yeah, there's just random, like, TNG, see him 3 times in a whole series, grunts on the screen, yes. And Dr. Marcus comes aboard, the David version, and says, thank you, Captain, for taking us to the Medeiros system. We are doing a supply run. It's going to only take us maybe 8 to 10 hours. And he kind of looks at you and he goes, I'm not sure how fast your ship is. How long is it going to take us to get there?
Well, Dr. Marcus, I don't know if you looked at the exterior of the ship, but it has 4 nacelles. It can do it can go quite fast. And out of character, I would like to say thanks, GM, for making me praise this ship. How dare you?
You're welcome. Verbal chess is fun. Okay, so do you have an idea, or how far, or what do you? I mean, do you give them a response to how long it's going to take, or you just go fast?
Oh, we're fast. I can ask. Well, at helm, I don't know who's at helm right now, but helmsman, can you give us a estimated travel time to Amargosa system at at maximum,
And
just for bragging?
the the helmsman starts pushing on his touch screen, which of course is the older version of the touch screen, which is outdated by our modern technology, but whatever. And he's like, "Yes, sir. It's going to take us about 16 hours to get there at maximum speed."
I'll just turn around, look at Dr. Marcus. I'm like, 16 hours. Not that bad, eh?
That's impressive, Captain. The Grissom would have took like 4 days. So, very nice ship. It's. I saw it from Regula I. We really like those 4 nacelles on there. It's very attractive.
I'm just pursing my lips.
Oh, come on,
she's the
Captain. You can at least admit it looks better than an Oberth class.
This is what
There's-
happens when we take his threat away. That's what happens.
I agree with you, Dr. Marcus. The Oberth class ships are rough. Guess I should count my blessings being on this ship.
Yes, this ship is. I've been on the Grissom several times. I would rather have this ship, most definitely.
Well, you can't have it. Sorry, just a little joke.
So, Captain, before I leave the bridge, do you mind if I send a message to Amargosa to let them know roughly when we're going to arrive?
Well, sure, but Dr. Marcus, I just want to let you know that we're not going to go at maximum warp to the Amargosa system because there are risks involved going that fast, and unless it's a high priority mission, I'm not going to order the ship to go at maximum warp. But we can still go at a higher warp, and we can probably get there within a day or just a little bit more.
You're the captain. When do you want to arrive?
I don't know this all off the top of my head. Come on, guys.
Well, no, I mean just pick. Obviously, maximum warp 16 hours. So how far? I mean, a day, 2 days, day, 2.5 days.
Day and a half.
Okay, so you tell the helmsman that you want to arrive in 36 hours.
Yes.
And he-
Helmsman set a course, 36 hours, but don't engage it. We want to make sure that Dr. Marcus contacts his colleagues in the Amargosa system.
Okay, so it's basically like warp 7.2 or something like that. That's fine. I'm just
You
pulling it out
would
of
know
my...
it at the top of your head, wouldn't you?
No, I don't. I just out of the orifices. Okay, so here's what I want to do. The communication station's right behind where the ops is. Ops. This is a personal roll. Okay? I want you to roll insight, security. And you need 4 successes.
Dang.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna take a momentum then. I think.
Okay.
I agree.
How do I? Okay, do I do anything with that, or
No,
I change the number?
you just change it to 3, rolling 3 dice instead of 2.
Okay.
And I assume
Okay.
that the ship assists as well.
No, this is a personal roll.
So I cannot even help.
Nope. You
Anyone can help. I'm just kidding.
no,
What
but
about moral support? You
Nope.
know, can I help boost his confidence?
nope. This is basically to see if he's paying attention or not.
4 successes, a little more than just paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll need another.
I was not paying attention.
Okay.
I was gonna suggest if he had any values that could be applied to it. It's
Not
a determination.
really.
Okay.
So you just sit there and you see him walk over to the communication station and he sends some communications and tells, and he's like, thank you, Captain. I appreciate it. I have informed Armagosa that we are going to arrive in 36 hours. Is there anything further for me before I leave your bridge, sir?
Yes. What are we picking up?
We are picking up some rare metals. We are going to pick up some specialized crystals. Lots of sciencey stuff that I don't want to discuss the exact composition because our stuff is classified. But it's just materials that are too complicated or too rare or too unstable for the replicators to handle.
Okay. Do you need any special containment modules or anything, storage help with any?
Nope, it's just standard, good old fashioned, just items. However, a couple of them may not like your transporters too much, so we're probably going to use a standard shuttle to go pick up the stuff.
Okay, but if you damage the shuttle or the ship, I'll hold you responsible for.
Yes, Captain, I will do my best. I don't see any problems with it. We might have to take 2 or 3 trips because, again, a standard shuttle can't carry all of it. That's why we have to use the ship. But yeah, we just don't want it to be transported. Could cause a molecular imbalance.
Certainly. All right.
Excellent. And he proceeds to leave the turbo lift. Okay. So you guys are going to have a little bit of transit time. Is there anything that you want to do, accomplish, or play out while you're in your transit? Now remember, it is the doctor, ops, and XO are on the ship. Anything the 3 of you want
So
to
many of us.
accomplish?
Are we heading towards the nebula? Away
No,
from it?
Armagosa is away from it.
Okay.
And I guess should have asked it. It's Federation space, correct?
Armagosa is in Federation space, yes.
I'm such a good captain.
So, I wish I could share that map with you guys, but yep. Okay, so with that, then we're gonna go ahead and hit up my engineer. My engineer needs to roll some stuff up to see how good he is at fixing the space station. So we'll actually shift the map to the space station.
If you don't mind,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have the pilot of the spear
Mm-hmm.
set up a cap.
Okay, that works. Okay, how far out from the station?
I want him in a spot where he can see the boundary of the nebula clear.
Okay, so he's more likely orbiting, like, out here, doing like circles out there, because you guys, the station's buried behind the asteroid. If you remember in Star Trek 2, they show the 2 ships going around the asteroid at 180 degrees.
Yeah, I was thinking more here,
Out
where
there?
he doesn't have the asteroid blocking.
Okay.
That's pretty far though, and if we need the spear to respond to something happening near closer to the station.
Okay. Well, Grok is the ranking officer, so if
How long would it take to travel from there to there?
the spear is
That's
warp capable, but this is way too close to even jump the warp. So, it would take, let's say, only like a minute or 2 a grid. So 7 minutes to get back.
So the threat Grok, is the nebula. We've got
I-
a pretty clear line of sight on the station side of the asteroid.
Okay.
If we put that spear where the asteroid's blocking sensors and there's an issue, we're going to get stuck up on.
Understood. I will leave the security arrangements in your capable hands.
Thank you, sir.
Except
Okay.
that was said in Grok's voice. Sorry.
Mentally, I heard it in Grok's voice.
Okay, cool.
That was awesome.
It sounded a whole lot like "Don't make me look badly."
Okay, so what I need is, so it's been a couple hours, so I need another roll from the spear. I need, again, a sensors science. And from the pilot, I need a, let's say, insight science this time. And I'm looking for, this time I'm using, okay, spear doesn't help here.
She always helps.
Okay, and we got the pilot rolling up. Who's rolling for the pilot?
Oh, sorry, that's me. What do you need me to roll?
Insight science.
Gotcha. Sorry, I forgot we were actually using the secondary characters
Yep.
this time.
I'm looking for 2 successes. Good.
There we
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so the pilot reports, or pilot detects that the nebula, so the nebula has because of the way it's designed, it has a pretty coherent edge. Okay, it's just whatever it is, the magnetic, I'm not a super sciencey guy when it comes to stuff like that, but basically it's got a pretty definable edge where you can see, it's kind of like a cloud. But he detects that there is a wisp that's like pulled out of the gas, and it wisps like right in, let me see, right in this area. Why do I always have problems making this thing ping?
You got to click and hold.
Is that what click and hold? Is that what I'm doing wrong?
Yep. Left, click and hold.
Oh, okay. I'm double clicking it. Okay. So you're seeing like or detect like a little wisps, like something drew the gases out of it. Okay. So I take it. Well, we'll say that the pilot informs the engineer, lieutenant commander Grok, that there is an oddity in the gas, like the gas barrier.
What do you mean by an oddity in the gas barrier?
Well, sir, the sensors have picked up that there's like some kind of like tail coming out of the nebula, and the computer made a determination or makes a recommendation that it is that something has disturbed the gas and pushed it out of the nebula.
Where is this tail, for lack of a better term, located in relation to where you are and where we are?
It's almost straight across, sir. It's basically right in, well, if it was pointed the other way, it'd be like right in front of them, but it's angled away from the station. So like it's going at an angle. Like, I can draw a line. I know there's a line drawer on here. Hold on. Freehand. Okay, let me change the color to that. So it kind of goes like this.
Gotcha. Etrigan, do you think we should send the spear to investigate?
Call it paranoia, sir, but that sounds like a cloak ship to me. I think the spear should be at yellow alert with shields up. Yes, we're doing full sensor sweeps trying to determine if that's a cloaked vessel.
You heard him.
Very well, sir. And so then we'll go ahead and bring up its stats. So we're going to do, I'm pulling up the spear stats right now so I get the right values here. Okay, so while I'm punching in these stats, let's do some rolls for repairs. Okay, so because I figure you're still repairing it while he's doing this work. So we're going to say that this is shields. Wow, Spears actually has some good shields. That's insane. Okay, and then so engineer with the are you on the spear or are you on the station?
I'm on the station.
Well, I know you're on the station. What about the security?
It's my understanding I was on the station.
Okay.
Be affecting
So
shields.
then you are going to do
You
assist rolls then, I take it. Is that what I'm understanding?
which one of us are you talking to, and what are
Well, no. Security is going to do assist rolls for the engineer, right?
Sure.
Okay. So here's what I need. I need repair rolls. So that's going to be a. Ooh, let me look at the character here. So that's going to be a control engineering to do repairs. Now, for every success you get, now there's a total of 10 points of repair. Okay, so you got to repair 10 points. So for every success you get is a repair point. You need to make 10 to repair all of them. Okay. So you have to roll at least one success for it to count. So that means if you roll 3 successes, 1 is because you were successful, 2's for repair points. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Every roll is 4-hour period. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and do some rolls for repairs to the station. Now remember, this is just for the hull. Okay.
All right, and the assist roll is the same roll. It's
Same roll. That's right.
Okay, so I'm looking at my talents. I have cautious. Whenever you attempt a task with a discipline that I select, you can buy 1 or more d20s by spending momentum. You may re-roll a single d20. You may select this talent multiple times, once for each discipline. So, or let's see, incisive scrutiny. I like this one, I think, a little bit better. You have a knack for finding weak spots in arguments, theories, and machines alike to glean information from them.
Okay. What advantage does it give you?
When you succeed a task using control or insight, you gain 1 bonus momentum, which may only be used for to obtain information.
Okay.
Okay, so that.
You know it's wrong, so that may not help you as much.
Yeah. Can I use my manufacturing focus?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I like it. Holy shnikes. Okay. And Etrigan?
the assist roll. Is that
Is
just with the 1 die or 2?
One die.
Roger that.
Okay.
Nice.
So in 1 roll, in 4 hours, you've already knocked down half the repair that needs to be done. Okay, so that gets you half the repair done. So what this response is, you guys are a smooth working machine. You got a couple of engineers that were left behind. They're out there in worker bees. The 2 of you are basically riding like shotgun in these worker bees. Okay, there's one-seaters, but you guys can cram in there. And go ahead.
The parts that we manufactured, they're like perfect.
Yeah, I mean they fit in there
perfectly.
You did some fine laser sizing. It matches up awesomely. Okay, so each one of you are you're supervising a worker bee, getting all kinds of work done. You're impressing Carol Marcus. She is ecstatic. In fact, she's already on comms saying that for future references, you guys are going to be the go-to people to fix the station when there's an issue. That may be good or bad, depending on how you look at it.
I was gonna say the price of success.
So, in those 4 hours, okay, that you are halfway done. Okay? So, now, you guys have been working on the station between arriving here in the morning, manufacturing the parts, running in worker bees, doing all this work. You can either want to do things. A, you can call it a night and start in the morning, give you guys rest for such great success. Or you can continue to repair. The problem is you need 2 successes now because your guys are starting to get tired. 2 successes will count just to be successful.
We've already spent 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Got more than half of the work done.
Yep.
But exhaustion is starting to kick in. So,
Well, right, because you start off the day with manufacturing the parts and transit. So, I mean, you've been working for 4 hours on repairing. It doesn't mean you've only been working 4 hours total. You've been working for like 12 hours getting everything prepped total. Between 8 hours prep and 4 hours repair.
Yeah, I'm gonna say let's take a break.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to make costly mistakes due to exhaustion. So let's take a break.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. So with that, we're going to pop over to the ship. Okay, we're going to pop over to the ship. So, here's the deal. Oops. What I want you guys to do here is I want you know what? Doctor, you are where at the moment? It's been about about half a day since you guys left the station. So where would you be at right now?
Barring anything requiring me to be in sick bay, I'd probably be sitting at the science station.
On the bridge, okay. So you get a communication from sick bay to tell you that David Marcus has arrived, and he states he's not feeling too good, and he has requested your presence to take a look and see what the issue. Well, your presence requested to take a look and see what the issue is.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay. Okay, so I didn't intend to put his face on the screen, so I didn't make a token, but we'll work it.
Anything but a Romulan or Klingon.
Here we go. Pretty simple. Bam.
Bam.
He's a no curly hair, but
I was gonna say, are we allowing swords or guns on?
Yeah, why not? Sure. Okay, so he's laying in there, and he is a little pale. He is clammy in his appearance. And he's just kind of like staring off a little bit in the middle of nowhere. He's not really paying attention to anyone or anything in here. So what would you like to do?
Dr. Marcus, you're not looking so hot. What seems to be the problem? And while I ask that question, I'm going to run my medical tricorder across him.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do you are control because you are trained in this, and then you're going to roll medicine. So it's a control medicine roll for you, and for the ship, it is going to be probably computer's medicine.
Any chance in using either my xenobiology or virology for focus on that?
Technically, it's xenobiology because you are not human.
Right.
So xenobiology would work.
Okay. Oops, I have to cancel that. I did it wrong. So control, medicine. Two. Yes.
Nice. Hathaway, no help. Boy, she's not helping much, is he?
Well, at least
Okay.
she didn't do bad stuff either.
This is true. So you have enough successes to get a response back, and your response, the response to your medical tricorder states that he has heightened blood pressure. His heartbeat is a little more rapid than a person that you would consider laying in a bed just doing nothing exercise-wise. But for the most part, there doesn't seem anything wrong with him. There's nothing medically that you can see. There's not a virus, there's not a cold, there's not a flu, there's not anything negative in his system causing him to do this. He just looks distracted, a little nervous.
What seems to be the problem, Dr. Marcus? Physically, you seem to be just fine.
Oh, this is my first real off station adventure where I'm leading this. I'm just a little distracted. I'm a little nervous and uncertain. And you got, at this point, just to remind everybody, he is, for a doctor, he is young. We're talking,
Right.
He's probably maybe in his late 20s, early 30s, maybe-ish. I don't think they've really established his age in canon.
Right.
So, but we know he's a young doctor. Okay, so I'm just nervous. I've never led anything off planet.
You don't have anything to worry about. You have a good crew here backing you up.
Well, I just hope everything that I need to take care of on the planet goes off without any issues.
Is there anything you could share with me that I might be able to assist with you making this go easier for you?
I guess something I have to get over myself. Is there anything you can give me to calm me down for a little while?
I'm sure I've got something in my med kit that I could help you with.
Okay, so you basically give him space Valium.
Yes.
in a hypo spray, of course. Everything's
Yes.
hypo sprayed in Star Trek. So you give him a little space Valium.
A little shot,
Okay.
little smile, and a lollipop.
Do you give him a lollipop?
Of course I do.
So he starts calming down, and then you basically produce out of like your little pocket, like straight up. You got pockets in the front, and you just pull out a little lollipop and
Yep.
Here you go, and hand it to him. Surprisingly,
with a big
he doesn't even like cross his brain. He just takes it and looks at it. What's this for?
It's for you. You need to relax. Enjoy a little candy.
Oh, it's candy.
Yes.
Oh.
Hmm.
And he just takes it and just bites the shit out of it. I mean, he's like, that's really hard candy. Why would you give me? That.
No, you're
what?
not supposed to chew it.
Oh, I don't do too much candy. I'm sorry. Oh.
Well, being on board the Hathaway, that'll change.
And he just crunches for a minute, and then he goes, "That's actually pretty tasty. Can I get another one?"
Yes, but try to take a little longer with this one to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop.
Okay. So he just keeps crunching the other one, but the new one he puts in his pocket and walks out. And he looks a little bit more calm. Obviously, you gave him a little space drugs, so he's feeling a little better. But it seems to taking the edge off. But you got a feeling that he's still a little concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soon as he's out of sick bay, I'm going to contact the captain. Captain Tretner? Does Dr. Xhad come in, please?
Tretner here. Go ahead, doctor.
I just had a visit with Dr. Marcus. He seems to be a little nervous, this being his first mission, but as much as I try to take the edge off, I just wanted to let you know to keep an extra eye out on him.
All right, doctor. Anything in particular what you noticed besides just general nervousness? Did he say anything?
He wouldn't share any information with me, but he seems pretty distracted. Having somebody with more experience looking over his shoulders, I would highly recommend.
All right, thank you, doctor. I think I will try to schedule and have my next meal with Dr. Marcus and talk a little bit with the young.
Very well. Thank you very much. Doctor out.
Okay. So for the most part, you're on your what you would consider your evening shift. I mean, there's no day or night in space, but there has to be a day or night for most humanoid creatures. So you're just transiting in your evening.
So it's the beginning of gamma shift, or
Sure. Gamma shift.
Are we on a 3-shift or 4-shift rotation here?
I don't know.
Angelico?
I don't know. What shift? How many shifts we got on here, Captain?
We're in a 3-shift system here
3 shifts. So that's 8 hours apiece.
because we're crazy.
Wow, bullies. Okay, so with that, we're actually gonna, before we continue on, we're gonna take our break here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break. I'm gonna mute you guys so you can talk amongst yourselves. And my players are muted. And while we're on break, I'm going to play some music for our watchers. Here we go.
Oblivion with you. Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind. Oblivion with you. I don't mind. I don't mind. Oblivion with you.
And welcome back. Okay, crew. So last thing we did was we had a little bit of a report from the doctor to the captain that Dr. David Marcus seemed a little perturbed about his incoming or his upcoming mission. So, with that, we're going to bounce back to Regula Station. Let's see.
That trajectory from whatever came out of the nebula, is that roughly the same trajectory that would be used if that was headed towards the Hathaway?
Let's see. Well, okay. So we'll use the spear to determine that because Regula Station probably doesn't have stuff like that because it doesn't move to make those kind of determinations. So let's go ahead and roll up the spear and see if the spear can get you a good answer on that.
All right.
Let's go ahead and roll on the spear. Close that. We're going to look at where'd my stuff go? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Things got shuffled off the screen while we were talking during break. Okay. For the spear, I want a computers science roll. And for the operator, he's a pilot, so he may not know how to plug this in correctly. So we're going to do a reason. I said science, right? A reason science. And we're looking for 2 successes.
The pilot's science is 1.
We're looking for 2 successes. Spear's not helping.
Hey!
Pulled it out.
Okay.
Good job.
So we have no spare, and being a NPC type character, yeah, I'm gonna take that threat. I'll take that threat.
How happy are you?
Yeah, I didn't give you a choice, so I'm happy. So the answer to, after the determination, you contacted the pilot and said, hey, plug in those vectors, and he kind of looks at it. The answer is roughly yes. It is in a similar direction.
Oh, we need to get a message to the Hathaway.
Yeah, that's what you want to do?
Absolutely.
Okay. Go for it.
What do I need to do?
You'd have to open comms. So you're on Regula 1, so you would use the station's comm gear. You probably have somebody do it for you because you're not a member of the Regula station, so we're not even going to roll for it. So go ahead and open up communication. Communications are open, so what are you telling the captain?
What I'm telling the captain is that we have detected what is possibly a cloaked vessel leaving the nebula, headed roughly towards the Hathaway.
Okay, Captain, any questions?
Is it live? 1-to-1?
Yeah, no, there's no delay. You guys are. I mean, if I could pull up the map, which I should have loaded, but it's not a proprietary map. I don't want to use anything to get us in trouble. But if you looked at it, or it is a proprietary map. Sorry, if you looked at it, Armagosa Station is not that far. In fact, Regula and Armagosa are basically in the same sector, so it's not that far. So yeah, there's no delay.
Okay. All right, Lieutenant. Any idea on how large the ship or potential ship is?
Best scans that we've gotten so far is small asteroid sized. We detected a pocket earlier in the nebula that was small asteroid sized. The best information I got from the pilot.
All right. Well, in that case, we have to assume that if there is a ship coming, it might be coming after us, or it might be turning around and coming back for you. Okay,
Roger.
take the spear back towards the station and just prepare the station for potential hostilities, and we are gonna get back to you as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. We've got the spear running at yellow alert with shields up, just in case of a ambush.
Perfect. Very good. All right. Well, keep me updated if there's something new, and we'll do the same. We'll let you know if we make contact
Roger that,
with
sir.
anything. All right.
Okay, so where do you want to reposition the spear to, or do you want to leave it where it's at?
I think we should probably leave it where it's at. We don't know 100% for sure if it's a cloaked vessel. It could have been a cloaked probe. We could still have threats in the nebula, and I do not want to put that asteroid between us and nebula or sensor scoops.
Okay, that
I
works.
would agree with him. So
Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and make our second roll. So the next 4-hour block. Let's see if you get these last holes punched up. So you do not have a negative. Again, you have 5 points of work left. You need 1 success just to start adding points in. So let's go ahead and have the two of you do your rolls again. And that was control engineering, I believe is what I said, right?
yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so control engineering.
I'm going to use manufacturing once again.
That's fine. Wow. Holy
Wow.
wow.
That's
Well
like a
done.
repeat from earlier.
For some reason,
Repeat
mine
those all day.
didn't. Give me a sec.
Is there something wrong with your roll?
Yeah, it's not right
Why is it not right?
because it rolled command instead of engineer.
Okay, do it again. Go ahead and do it again.
Yeah. Back. There we go.
There we go. Still same success. Okay,
Yay.
so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have completed all the work necessary to repair all the holes in the station. You go in there after doing the welding, and right at the end of that 4-hour work block, you, Grok, are walking around, going up and starting to pressurize the rooms now that they've been repaired. And from what you see, there is no leakage. They immediately come online and pressurize. The rooms are dark for the most part because the power cables and things like that haven't been reestablished. But they are airtight, and life support has been established to those spaces. Good job.
Excellent. Have a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, no crap. So it looks like we're gonna have a transfer of the engineer to regular station here at this rate.
Huh.
Uh,
Over our dead body.
Wait,
time to start slacking off.
Let's get the shields worked up before you slack off,
All right.
because my spidey senses are tingling.
Okay.
No problem.
So your next block of work is going to be shields. Okay. So, actually, we're going to stick with this crew for right now because we still have a little bit more time with the ship before the ship makes it to Aramagosa. Okay. So, next block of 4 hours, we are going to do you said you're going to do shield systems first. Okay. So, I need an investigation check. So, for Star Trek version investigation check, I need the chief engineer to do a insight engineering. And this, well, the station, I make stats for the station. You know what? Roll the spears computer engineering, because the age of that station is about as good as the stats on the spear are. And we're looking for 3 successes.
Assist.
Okay. Would I be able to use the incisive scrutiny, which when you succeed at a task using controller insight, you gain 1 bonus momentum, which may only be used to for obtain information? Would
Yes.
this work this time?
Yes.
And-
Go ahead. Sorry.
Let me check my focuses.
Okay. There won't be an assist for you this time, just because he's using his engineering background to try to get insight in, so it's more of an internal thing. And the only reason he's getting a role on the station is because he's using the station's computers to do that.
All right.
So,
in
but
that
while he's
case-
doing this investigation, this isn't the work. This isn't your 4-hour work. This is an investigation to make a determination.
I do have a focus with computers, so I can probably finagle the computers to help me with that.
Yes. Well, wait. You're not rolling computers though. Oh, you're using the computer. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, that's
Using
fine.
the computer.
Yep, you're using the computer.
Oh, ouch.
Okay, and then let's go ahead and roll the Spears stats for computers engineering. And that'll be for the station. Another success.
Okay. What do I need to roll for that? Since
Oh, did we lose the XO?
I was working.
Computers engineering on the Spear, which is going to substitute the stats for the station. Okay.
Darn.
So, okay. That gives me an idea what's going on. Okay. So, with this, with the complication, okay, this complication is going to make your tasking 1 additional difficulty. So that means you're going to need 2 tasks, or 2 successes to do repairs. Unfortunately, the machine did not give you the stats to help you. The research did not give you information that would make it more easy to complete it. So you need 2 successes to do the work. Okay, so the shields are going to be a 15 points to get repaired. Okay.
Ouch. Okay.
So you are going to roll a for the 2 of you, you're going to do. You're not going outside this time, so you're not having to go outside. So let's do a reason engineering, because you have to make some determinations for your work. So reason engineering. And this is for 4 block hours.
Let's see. I don't think I have a focus that helps me with shield repairs specifically. So, can I use a determination? Or a value of I'm working here to spend a determination.
And the value is going to be what?
I'm working here.
Okay, you could do that.
So that will give me a success, correct?
1 success, yes. Or 1 critical success. So that's automatically 2 successes.
I'm going to spend a momentum, if that's all right, to get an extra die.
Okay, so that's 3.
No value or no focus. Okay, got 2 there.
Okay, so there's 1. Okay, so that's 1, 2. So total of 4 from Grok. Oh,
And I don't get my determination back. I had to roll an effect.
okay.
4.
So that is three down because it takes 2 to succeed, or takes 2 to start counting. That's what your critical was, and then you have 3 more points. So you're down to 12.
All right.
Okay, so the ship. Back to the ship. The ship is arriving at the Armagosa system. So, let me put a. There we go. Okay.
That almost felt like we were coming up on it at warp.
Aha. Okay. So, you approach the system and you're receiving a communique from the planet Hathaway.
Hathaway here.
Good day, Captain. Welcome to Armagosa Star System. What can we do for you?
Hello, we're here with Dr. Marcus for a supply run, and I can let Dr. Marcus talk to you about it in detail.
Okay. We are checking our logs to see if you have basically a flight scheduled for your arrival. And he starts working through it and stuff like that. And he goes, yes, I see in our computer system that there was a request from one of our manufacturing businesses for your entry to orbit. And you do have approval to make standard orbit and to contact that manufacturing business.
Thank you very much. Tretner out.
Okay, so the ship goes into standard orbit around the planet.
Can I scan the system?
Sure, you can scan the system. What were you looking for
Yeah.
specifically?
We're looking for cloaked ship signatures.
Interesting.
Neutrino emissions, I guess.
Okay.
If I'm supposed to have that knowledge that cloaked ships.
Well, you guys,
emitting
well, I don't think we established that at this point, but you can definitely attempt to look for oddities in spatial areas around you. So it's gonna be you and your Tral. So who do you want to roll for it?
I'm gonna have Tral roll it because he's better at the sciences than I am.
Okay. So
Lieutenant Tral, can you scan the system for any anomalies? Maybe that thing which is
Yes, sir.
supposedly following us might be.
So and we also did sort of establish this because we got the hail from the station that what appeared to be a cloaked ship was heading our way.
yeah, right. That wasn't the question. I think his question was, do we know neutrinos are transmitted? And I was like, I don't think that's established. So you can look for anomalies in spatial area.
This would be control science, right?
Well, let's do insight because you're trying to look for something out of the normal.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do insight science, and the ship is going to do sensors and science. And let's say it's going to be 3 successes. Ooh, look at that. Already 3 successes. Okay.
Nice.
Let's see if the ship screws up.
Aww.
Would this be something that we
That's
could
good.
assist Lieutenant Tral with?
Well, we already got the number of successes we needed.
I just meant for like maybe additional momentum. I don't know.
I guess I could have helped. Yeah. Or
You could have helped, but we would probably have to call that before the roll was complete.
Okay.
Because we usually, for flow purposes, we would call that stuff before we roll, so we can either all use it or all not use it, type of thing. So you get a couple anomalies on the screen, things that are abnormal for standard orbit type thing. You're picking up some odd gas that has been flowing through the system. You're picking up like little exhaust stuff coming out of, not exhaust stuff, but basically some kind of emanations coming out of satellites that they have around that are as abnormal for Federation use. Nothing major. Maybe just an old satellite that might have nuclear radiation versus some other things, but nothing that is you would call unnormal for a system out in the edge of the Federation.
Is the word you're looking for abnormal?
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right. Well, it satisfies my curiosity for the moment. All right. Tretner to Dr. Mark.
Yes, Captain.
Dr. Marcus, we have entered standard orbit around Amagosa. You are ready to proceed with your supply runs.
Very well. Could we get a pilot for one of the shuttles and start getting ready to depart?
Sure. Now, out of character, I assume I can just send him a mook.
Yeah, it's just some random dude. Yeah, or dudette. Nothing specific. So sorry.
Yes, Dr. Marcus, we'll supply you with a pilot and one shuttlecraft. Do you need anything else?
Yes, I need to contact the business that or the contact of manufacturing facility that is containing our materials.
Very well. Could you come up to the bridge and do that? Also, I would like to talk to you in private, if possible.
Okay.
Tretner out.
Yes, sir. And so a few minutes later, you have Dr. Marcus arrive on the bridge. Okay.
Dr. Marcus, please join me in the ready room quickly.
Okay. So
Keeping you on your heels with the maps changes.
yeah, I know. I'm trying to work it here.
Yeah, but you're on it.
I'm trying here. Okay. So again, let me get the token. Who do we use for him again? We use that this guy. Okay.
Gunslinger.
Okay, Cavian foot soldier. There we go. Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming, Dr. Marcus. Shortly after we left, we were contacted by the Spear that there was potentially a cloaked ship on the same vector as we were, leaving from the nebula towards the Amagosa system. Do you happen to know anything about?
I am not aware of any reason why there would be a cloaked vessel.
All right. Then the other question: I understand that the mission, that your project and your mission is classified, but any of the materials, are they of any nature which a third party could profit for them or use it for their own purposes, which is not really readily available in other systems?
Well, Captain, this is all stuff that can't be manufactured by standard replicators, so it has intrinsic value just by that nature.
All right. Well, in that case, just keep in mind there's a potential that somebody is after us, and they're potentially going after the supplies which you are collecting on the planet. So if anything happens, the supply mission is over, and we're getting out of here. This is under.
Yes, Captain, I understand completely.
All right. You can go ahead now and contact the the planet and go ahead with your supply run.
Very well, sir.
All right. Dismissed.
So he
Just wave my
leaves?
hand. Go away.
So do you stick around or you go back to the bridge?
I'll slowly mosey to the bridge with a worrisome face,
Okay.
looking at my fish tank on the way out, and
Oh.
thinking immediately, "Oh crap! Somebody has to feed the fish from Grok." That is what he yelled when he was transported, right?
That is what he yelled.
Yeah. So you're going to go down and feed his fish?
No, I'm gonna just I'm just gonna send a message to whoever is in engineering to take care.
A lackey.
Insight check. Grok actually does not have the fish. Pet fish.
He's going to be rummaging around your room looking for this fish to feed.
Why would you do that to your lackeys? Okay. So I need a roll from my ops officer again. Okay. Again, this is insight security. This is a personal roll.
Pay attention.
Go, Tral, go! You got this.
We believe in you.
You're on mute.
And he sees nothing.
I'm
He-
really bad at this whole insight thing.
Yeah, he is paying attention to his monitors like a good studious officer, and nothing else around him. Okay. So, David Marcus sends down his communication. He is sending a message to a company called the Lysine Conglomerate. This is a known business throughout the Federation, well, at least, not throughout the Federation, but in the Federation working on Armagosa, that it is a trustworthy trade company. There's nothing sketchy about it. Okay, and
Okay.
he leaves the bridge and goes down to planet. Get this over
Okay.
there.
Now that he left, I'm gonna take a look at Tral, Lieutenant Tral. If you could,
Yes, sir.
hey, I don't like the situation. Something's not right. If you could keep an eye on the sensors, while Dr. Marcus is doing his runs, that'd be good.
Yes,
Just
sir.
remember, there might be something behind us. There might be nothing. I just have a weird feeling in my tummy, and yeah. Anyhow, as you were, sir.
Wait,
Yes, sir.
you,
I
you,
will
you,
keep a close eye.
you have a weird feeling in your tummy?
In his tummy.
Is it
He has a rum.
as
he has
a
You might need
rumbly
to
in
see
his
the
tummy.
doctor.
wait? As a unjoined trill, would you even have those?
Like a tummy?
No, any kind of
I'm the-
no kind of
I'm
odd
the-
feeling in your
I'm
tummy.
But I'm the unjoined trill, not commander.
Oh, that's right. Oh
I'm the
wait,
only human on the crew.
that's right.
Also, no
Damn
one
it.
else on the crew knows that trill can be joined. So as
Well,
far as they know,
right, but I was supposed to make an inside joke, but I totally forgot. You're the trill. He's the human. Okay.
Yes, and he has a tummy. They both do.
See, this is
Just
what
check
happens.
my medical logs.
We got to stay away from taking a 60-day break. I forget little details like this when we take 2 months off.
Little details,
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, the shuttle starts doing transits. Now, while the shuttle's doing transits, is there anything? And these transits are going to take a couple of times. Okay. Is there anything specific you want to do or have done while doing these transits?
May I consult my crew?
Yes, of course. But only the crew that's on your ship.
All right, so I'm just gonna contact Lieutenant Tral and the doctor.
And you can use comms to ask the other people too, but I'm just telling you. But without that specification, you can only talk to people on your ship.
That's okay. I'm just gonna go with the people on my ship right now because the people over in the station, they have their hands full with their own stuff. So, all right. So we're here at the station for a while. We have to wait. Is there any suggestions what we should do in the meanwhile? Remember, there might be something coming behind us. There might not. I'm open for suggestions.
I have other concerns as well, Captain. For the health and safety of our crew, and as Dr. Marcus stated, the supplies that he's going to be shuttling that weren't allowed to be transported due to molecular imbalance. Is there any additional scans that we could run to make sure we're not getting any negative effects, any bad things emitting from the cargo? I just want to keep us safe.
That is a good question. I think Lieutenant Tral might be able to answer those. But I would like to remind both of you that this is all classified above our level. So if we ask questions, they're going to say no. So if we're going to do scans, we should probably do those. And then if something happens afterwards, we'll just say sorry.
Okay. Note. I'm gonna roll back just a tiny bit.
Ah,
Oh no! I mean, we're still in place. I'm just letting you know because your ops can pipe in here in a second. So, ops, as part of your job, is you got a list of the stuff he's bringing aboard. Okay.
Ah,
He didn't say he couldn't tell you what he's getting. He said he couldn't tell you what they were going to be used for. Okay. So you're getting a list of the materials that he's getting, and they're not explosive or stuff like that. They're just items that are very sensitive because they're very precise in science type stuff. Because our XO here is really a science guy, so I don't want to go too deep. But
So nothing that would cause issue for health and safety.
no,
as
no,
far
it's
as the containment?
it's like this. Like it's like the equivalent of TOS era Latinum stuff that just is complicated to the point that you wouldn't want to replicate because of the sheer energy cost as well as the stability issue. There's nothing unhealthy to it.
Gotcha.
It's just
okay.
heavy and large and very detailed and precise in its product.
Okie doke.
Okay,
Okay.
so go ahead.
Doctor is satisfied.
Well, I mean, you can
Alright.
carry that conversation on.
All right. Well, I mean, yes. So, Captain, I have seen the manifest of the materials he's bringing on board, and nothing appears to be dangerous.
all right. Should we scan anyway?
I don't suppose it would hurt.
I would agree, especially considering that there might be something coming for us. So yeah, just discreetly scan the materials at your own leisure, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there is 3 cycles. Like I said, it's going to take 3 trips. 1, 2, 3. I'll have you roll for each trip. Okay, and I'm going to have a breach point that I'm going to have in my head. I'm going to have you roll, and if you meet that breach point, I will tell you if there's an oddity or not. Okay, doesn't mean there's going to be, but I will tell you if there is or isn't.
Okay.
Okay, if you make the 3. Now, so the total amount of trip time is he took about 4-ish hours, 5-ish hours per trip. The catch, okay, so we won't say what catch. Okay, so what I want is the following roll. So if you're running the sensors ops, okay, is there anything you guys want to accomplish before you start your first one? Because it's going to be a couple hours before the first trip would come back. So you're only like a few minutes in talking. So
Would you like assistance from the science station?
That would be great, Doctor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay, anything else?
I'm just gonna nervously look at the map.
Okay. So here we go. First trip. Okay. First trip, I want again, we're going to do an insight because you're trying to find things that they're specific, not really control. Control's the easy part. Okay. Insight, science, and the ship will assist with sensors and science. So first trip.
And the Doctor also assists.
Yep. So
We need the ship. Hey, the ship came through for us.
Go Hathaway.
okay, so I'm reading 2, 3, 4. I'm reading 4 successes. Yes?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. No oddities. Everything looks normal. Okay. Trip number
Fun.
2. Okay. Woo.
Nice.
Again.
Ship.
4 successes. What is that? No, that's a different.
No,
No,
I
no,
only
no,
have
no.
2 successes.
Okay,
You
2
failed.
successes. Okay. Second trip. No discrepancies. The system tells you there's no issue. Okay, and then for your last scan.
Ha! Take that.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Okay. So here's the deal. You have a issue. The issue is, okay. Well, I ain't gonna say the issue. So how do you want to take this? Do you want to try to negate it? What do you want to do here?
What are we doing, Captain?
No, we only have 1 momentum. I don't want to give him threat either. What are our options? I
Well,
mean, we don't want to spend momentum. I don't have any
Okay.
skills for
you
this
can take a point out of what you rolled, and it'll lay it over that and cancel it out. Okay.
We do have 1 extra roll from this. Yeah, because we needed 3 and we have 4.
What do you mean?
Didn't you say we needed 3? But didn't you say we needed 3 for a success on this one?
No. I said you got 3 rolls.
Oh, okay.
So
Wait.
this is the last trip coming in.
Okay.
So you're scanning the ship for the last return trip. Okay. So the first 2 didn't have any issues. So you can take a point out of here. Out of your 4 points, you can take 1 and offset it with the Hathaway sensor failure,
Or use a momentum.
or use a momentum.
You want some threat?
You want to give me threat?
Either. Okay, so wait a second. Yeah, I say use the momentum. Let's
Yeah, let's do that.
yeah.
All right.
You're using the momentum.
We're bold.
Okay.
Boldly going.
Risk is our business.
Oh my. Okay. So on this trip, you discover nothing.
Oh!
Ah.
You don't discover anything.
Thanks for feeding my paranoia.
Hey, I was just
Captain, your pulse rate has gone up. Is everything okay?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
okay. Looking at your rolls. Yep. Okay. You discover nothing. You sense it. Nothing comes up on the sensors. Okay. So,
Fine.
let's say again.
I just said fine then.
And that was scanning the cargo, but not space, correct?
Yes, that was scanning
Okay.
the actual ship. So you get a report down from the up from the shuttle bay that the ship's aboard, and that you that they are unloading the last the last load of material. They're going to leave it pretty much in the cargo bay, or in the shuttle bay, just because you're going to turn around and have to shuttle that stuff back out anyways. So they're just leaving it in there.
Okay.
You have anything to say before you get underway?
Yes. Lieutenant Tral, before we depart, could you do another scan of the space ahead of us for anomalies? Sorry, that's a tough word.
Would you like me to assist you on that as well?
Go right ahead. This would be another insight science.
Yes. So you get some momentum back. This time it's going to be 2 successes because you've already scanned it. you've already scanned it, so you should. There you
What's
go,
the
right
ship?
there. That's
It's
3.
sensor science.
Sensor science.
There we
Okay.
go.
Nice.
We get
Nice.
2
That's 2
from
momentum
this.
back.
That's a little breathing room.
Okay.
I
So
feel better.
Mm-hmm.
you run the scan this time, and for whatever reason, this one here seems to be. Well, this one comes back with a little bit different stuff in there because this is a little more successful. Okay. There is a little bit of gas that, in addition to what you detected before, but this gas is, from what you can tell, may have been material coming from a nebula, a gases, and it's real faint.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually like down, you're just barely catching it, like right here, down at the bottom. Okay. But it is similar compounds, gas compounds that you would find in a nebula.
Captain, my hypothesis based on these readings is that there is indeed a cloaked vessel that came out of the nebula and has brought trace elements of the gases of the nebula with it.
Thank you, Lieutenant Tral. Well, that is unfortunate. Hate when my hunches are correct. So out of character.
Mhm.
Either we run for it or we go after the thing and see what it is.
Or try to emit something that might help to show where it's at, and then maybe
We could try hailing them, letting them know we know they're there.
You're no fun.
Let's see them first and then hail them.
No, let's hail. Let's just, Lieutenant Tral, how confident are you in your theory that there's a?
I'm fairly confident. The only reason that we would see nebula gases this far from the nebula would be if they hitched a ride on a ship.
Okay. All right. Yellow alert, and please broadcast towards the general location of that gas. Let me know when have hailing frequencies open.
All right, what do I roll for hailing?
It's don't worry about it. It's pretty
Okay.
straightforward for you guys.
It's boop 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 boop.
Jesus. Okay. So you open hailing frequencies, and what are you saying on it?
Attention, cloaked vessel. This is Commander Tretner of the USS Hathaway. We know you are there and that you have followed us from the regular system. Decloak and leave the system immediately, or answer and please state your intention. That
Okay.
was polite. I said please.
Okay, so I got your shields up now. Okay, so you're not moving, you're just chilling there. You can take this off because it's stocked. Do you want to maneuver any?
Start turning us around towards the regular system so we can run off if it's something which we cannot do.
Okay.
Helm, turn us towards the regular system.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't think I can.
You can turn us? Aw. Anyhow, theater of the mind, we're turning. That looks
Yes.
good.
Theater of the mind.
So you're starting to turn that way because it's actually this direction. So, like this direction. Go back to Regula. Okay. No response.
Anyone want to do a warning shot again?
You're the captain.
No, let's not do that. Just
Be nice to
and
see
keep
if
it-
what's out there.
yeah, let's do something with that. Lieutenant Tral, do we have anything we could throw into that direction to make him visible for a moment, or just somehow give us an idea what?
Okay,
me
Troll.
your be-
Let's use some.
Give me your best techno babble.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me some, give me something that would justify me going, yeah, that'll work, or that might help, or.
Well, if we emit a graviton particle beam from the main deflector dish, it may briefly illuminate something that may be hidden there with neutrino emissions.
Okay.
What he said.
So you're giving me a theoretical thing that you just pulled out of your butt, quote unquote, because we haven't established
It's
that
Star
yet.
Trek.
Okay.
Giant bag of flour.
That's what they do on Star Trek.
That's right.
Well, right. But we know in the TNG era that right now for you it'd be theoretical.
Right? No. Oh, everything I said was complete.
Oh, okay.
gobbledygook because it's just what they say on Star Trek.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I want to do.
Technobabble.
So I'm going to make you do 2 roles. One role is to try to configure the system without your engineer. And the second role is to see if it actually goes off or not. Okay? So you're trying to do some adjustments, configuration changes, and things like that on the fly because you're doing it pretty quickly. Try to catch this guy off his, try to catch this assumed person off his, with his pants down type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
Could I assist using my talent as a quick study, having worked with Grok several times in inventing new things?
Unfortunately, you can't use talents for an assist. So, let's do. So
Could I
we're
assist because I'm snazzy in science?
no. You can assist for that. You just can't use your skills. Okay. So you're going to do daring and engineering. Tral.
Okay.
Daring and engineering. And okay, so if your engineering is a 4 or a 5, it's going to be 2 successes. What's your engineering at?
5.
Your engineering's at 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2 successes to get it to work. And this is no assist on the ship, only. Oh, you did get it turned. How the hell did you do that?
Yeah, there's a little handlebar sticking out of the ship if you look close enough.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. So it's 2 successes, and you're gonna the doctor's gonna assist.
Nice.
There you
Okay,
go.
so that was daring and engineering.
Your engineering.
Oh,
Well, he's got his
Sorry.
2 successes. So you
Okay.
work over the the controls. You do real quick like, and for a junior lieutenant, because I think you're a first tour department head, so that would be a junior lieutenant. You are impressing your commander, your acting CO, at just the depth of what you're doing, because you understand he's a pilot, so this is all just magic to him.
I am very impressed, Lieutenant Tral. Very impressed.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now to actuate.
Pilot.
What's that?
He's just a pilot.
Well, I mean, what else do you specialize in? Security?
Commanding.
Oh, okay.
yes.
I mean, admittedly,
Being bossy.
engineering is my strongest skill. If you had asked me to do something with medicine, I would have failed completely.
Good to know. Okay, so for your next role, you're going to do medicine and. No. Now you're going to do insight, because you did daring to make it work, and now you're going to do insight to test a theoretical device you just worked, or a theoretical system. So insight, science.
Okay.
I'm still
And-
I'm gonna go ahead and use my. I'm gonna use my talent of testing a theory. When you attempt a task using engineering or science, you may roll 1 additional d20 so long as you succeeded a previous task.
Okay, that works.
nice.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Get that stuff going. Okay.
And I can go ahead and assist, right?
Yes, and you're
Okay.
just looking for 2 successes.
There we go.
There's 2 successes right there. And give yourself another momentum.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you configure this thing. It's basically looks like a particle beam, and it's not coming out of your deflector dish. It's more like coming out of your phaser array, but it's more like a wide cone. Okay, so it's kind of like having a spotlight, but it's a phaser, like a modified phaser, where it just kind of moves around and scans around all that area, trying to hit something for return. Okay, but it only goes for 5. It only reaches out to about 5 squares. So guess what you have to do?
Woohoo! We had to get closer.
You gotta get closer. So,
Right.
do you want to get closer?
Well, yeah, we cannot have Lieutenant Tral do this amazing feat of science and then
Right.
or engineering. Sorry.
Oh, oh,
And
sorry.
Let's go.
You.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna move. We're gonna move your ship. Okay, we're gonna grab it right about there. Should do it. Okay, because we said it was right about here. Okay, so he actuates the beam, and his
Nice.
return looks like nothing. There's nothing there. At least that's what the beam tells you.
Moved.
So I did this great science, but maybe I was wrong about the cloaked ship in the first place.
No, it took
Or-
us some time.
Yeah, that's a good point. They probably moved.
Okay. So what you
Alright.
then you hear, you get a communique. Hathaway, this is Amagosa's system. Please report why you are firing weapons.
Amagosa Control. This is Commander Tretner. We detected something which appeared to be a cloaked vessel in orbit around Amagosa. This is, I don't know what planet this is. Amagosa 6, whatever.
It's a system.
We-
It's a system control, so it doesn't matter.
We used an experimental graviton beam to try to disrupt the cloaking device of the hypothetical ship, but it's likely that the ship has moved or that there was no ship at all. We apologize for causing worries down there.
Hathaway, are you stating that you shot at a ship you didn't know existed?
It wasn't a weapon, it was a graviton beam which we shot at a location of gases which were not there before, and those gases are, in fact, from the regular system which we came from. And there's a report that there was a potential cloaked vessel after us.
Interesting. Before you depart, Hathaway, please send down your log entries to confirm this information. We do not have any record or censored indication that there was anything there. I just want to see what is going on.
Clear as daisies. Tretner out.
Are you sending down your logs to him?
I'm going to do that right before we turn the ship and warp out of here because I'm done with this plan.
Okay. So
The
you
audacity.
so you transmit down your logs, and then you warp out. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, I'm gonna change this map. Okay. Actually, you know what? I don't want to change the map. We're gonna do this. Okay. So we're gonna go back to Regula 1 and go back to Regula 1 and get some work done on them shields. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm just cleaning some stuff up. Okay.
No problem.
Go Team Grok.
So, you're going to go ahead and do some more work here, but before you get started, you get a call by Dr. Marcus and asks you to join her into the main area, her little side office that's right off the main area, because remember, there's like 2 layers to the main bridge area, and her side office is like up on the upper level in the back, and that's for Commander Grok.
All right, doctor, on my way.
Okay. So when you walk into her office, it's just a standard gray, steel / titanium walls. There's no plants to it. There's just a desk. It's very cold but functional. There's a seat where she sits and a couple little cheap looking metallic chairs. Please, Commander, have a seat.
I look around the room and do I see like any candy dishes?
No, it's pretty cold. It's
Okay.
Well, that's lame.
Aww.
I take the seat.
okay. So while you sit down and she looks at her screen and kind of looks up and goes, "Did you know that the Hathaway I just got a message from my the head of Starfleet science. It seems that the Hathaway fired some sort of energy thing while they were in Amargosa. Did you know this?"
No, I've been busy repairing your station. What would I know what they're doing in another system?
I was just wondering if you got any kind of communique or messages. I'm as so I am not in Starfleet. I am a scientist that works for Starfleet, but I'm not part of it. But unfortunately, being a scientist here, and you being your ship being part of the dispatch to Regula I, we get reports of the operation of ships that are assigned to us, and this came in, and I was just trying to figure out why that was needed. If you got a communication from your captain,
Understood. I'm sure if Tretner did something like that, he would have had a good reason to. He's not a complete loose cannon. He there must have been a reason.
Is there anything that happened here that would give him an idea there might be an issue?
Well, we did detect something. I guess you can say anomalous. Appear to leave the nebula and headed towards in the direction that the Hathaway had gone. One of the potentials that one of the theories that we played around with was a potentially cloaked vessel. So we did notify them of that possibility to have them keep an eye out, and that might have been what they were trying to do, maybe possibly locate the ship. But I can't really speak to what they were doing since I was, repairing your station.
I see. Well, I don't want you to misinterpret. I appreciate the work you've done, and you've done a phenomenal job. And I'm not criticizing his choices, but since I'm the lead scientist here, and you guys are your ship is dispatched to the station, I have some of the stuff that happens, or when you represent us, comes down on me sometimes. So it's not a big deal. I just would have liked to have known that there may have been an issue that we needed to take care of, so I at least could have had your back.
I understood, and I do apologize. It was more of a curiosity, and it was just since it seemed to be leaving the system, I thought it was more prudent to let the Hathaway know. But understood. We'll definitely keep you in the loop from here on out regarding anything we detect while we are here.
And I appreciate it. I'm glad. I appreciate your candor, and we just want to make sure that we have an open line of communications. I mean, there is sensitive stuff here, so if there might be a situation that could arise, being aware of it would have been nice. So, with that, I won't take up any more of your time. In fact, we have a couple tests coming up that I need to take care of. Is there anything further I can help you with?
Well, not really. We're working on the shields. But if you don't mind me asking, what kind of research are you doing in here?
Commander,
Anything close?
I couldn't tell you that even if I wanted to.
Can't blame a Tellarite for trying.
You can always ask. You may not always need to know.
Very true.
So if you would excuse me, I have some tests. I have some simulations and some tests I have to take care of.
Grok rises and he reaches into his pocket, and he produces a small candy bar, sets it on the desk, turns around and leaves.
Aw, he's a good Grok. Good Grok.
I just saw your comment.
And what you see off the corner of your eye is you kind of like look back just out of curiosity. She kind of picks it up and it describes the candy to me. What's the candy? What is the candy?
It is one of the candies that we had stolen from the Iosians.
Stolen is such a harsh word. Confiscated, maybe? But well,
Yeah.
they don't want it back when we're done with it, I'm sure. Borrowing is not the right word.
Is it wrapped? Is it open?
I mean,
Is it?
They gave it to us, didn't they?
Well,
And
we
the
kind of sort of
desk?
transported it along with everything on the desk.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, fair deal
So-
for warp technology, if you ask me.
Right.
So I'm assuming it would have been wrapped. So
Okay.
yeah, it would have been.
When you take a look back, she doesn't even hesitate. She just takes a look at it, doesn't even question it, opens up, pops it right in, starts just gnawing on it.
Grok smiles as he leaves.
Okay. So, I'm looking at the clock. Okay. So, we are in the middle of work for the shields. Here's what's going to happen. Okay. You guys, the people is down there working on the shields, come back and tell Grok that the work they have accomplished up to this point has been lost. The reason being is the major reason the shields are down is because your power grid's unstable. So you have to fix the power first.
All right.
Okay? So you have to basically stop the whole team from what they're doing and then have a meeting together and reestablish what you're going to do next. And that would be taking up, that block of time so there's no real roles other than reassembling your team and getting a new plan.
All right, guys. Let's sit down and talk this out, because obviously this isn't working if we lost everything that we've done so far.
Okay. So, I want the spear to roll me a sensors and science, and the pilot to roll control science? Yeah, control science. Because he's been working these controls for a while, so he's starting to get better at them. And I'm looking for 3. Okay, who's rolling for the spear?
I rolled for the spear.
Okay, and who's rolling for the pilot?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Keep forgetting I'm also on the station.
And you needed 3?
Yep.
Want to spend some momentum?
Yes.
Yep.
So this is control science?
Yeah, for the pilot's control science.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Wait, we're spending momentum, so I should have
Yep.
a
Yes.
second roll.
It's another die. Yep.
Let me do that.
So close.
Okay. So nothing is detected. Good.
I suspect this is not
That's
good.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens now is we're going to jump over to the Hathaway. Okay. Jump over to the Hathaway. There's a communique coming in to the Hathaway while you're in transit. You're a good 6-8 hours outside the station. It is a communique from Captain Kell.
Uh-oh.
Anybody going to open the comms?
All right, open the comm.
No. Of course.
Comms were down for a while.
I'm sorry, static. The whole thing doesn't work.
No, we're good. We didn't get any scratches yet, so we're good.
We're going through a tunnel. We can't hear you.
Okay. Because this distance, it isn't real time. You're not just able to have communication. So it is a one-way message. And she's going to be waiting for a response. The message goes like this. Commander Tretner, I just had a conversation with our sector admiral. It seems that we were, and by we, I mean you, were firing some kind of energy beam. That's what I'm told. And we got the sensor logs from the Ambigosans that stated that there was nothing there that you were shooting at. I'm just curious as to what you did to decide that A, weapons were necessary, B, why you were firing at ghosts, and C, did you call anybody first?
Oops.
As of right now, I am being told to, as I got, and I'll quote, pack my stuff because I'm being sent back to the ship with haste.
Oh.
I look forward to your briefing. I'm sure it will be
Want
colorful and
trouble.
entertaining. And with that, the communication ends. And with that, the episode comes to an end.
Oh.
Wow.
We got your back, Tretner. We're not gonna put up with that shit. Nobody that wasn't here is gonna be questioning fantasy.
But you weren't there either.
Yeah, but I'm the one that told you a cloaked ship was coming.
True.
And I'm the one that told you I was sure there was a ship there.
Out of all fairness, she's just asking for an answer.
And then the ghost didn't send our sensor logs because they sent their own because they have shitty sensors.
Right?
Well, we have sensors to send back.
Coconut.